Hello everyone and welcome to Space Engineers. Today I would like to show off a behemoth of a ship that I built for the purposes of mining. This was the ship that I was using before. It's a small ship, small grid ship. It has got 6 drills and it started off with a small cargo container, but I eventually upped that to a large one so that I could carry more stuff around. It's got these ejectors as well. But I got pretty tired of doing multiple mining trips, so I decided to build this big, massive ship. So this is obviously a large grid ship, and you can see some parts of it, but I'll go through all of it in some detail. So the front of it is just drills, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that should be 7 down as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a perfect square of 7 by 7 or 49 drills in total. And you can see that I've kept the ship contained within that 7 by 7 grid, which is why it's ended up being so long. The whole idea of it is that you can just drill right through an asteroid to the other side, turn around, and then just do it again. I've never actually had to dig right through an asteroid yet. It picks up so much ore by the time it gets partway through that I usually just head on back. So here, if I can take this off, you will see our large cargo container. What I have also done, if I can show you the inside there, is just connected it using a small cargo container. Let me just cover that back up. And what I've used small cargo containers throughout the ship instead of using conveyors, just as a way to store even more stuff. This is bulletproof glass here, just so that I can see parts of the interiors. I think it gives it a nice little look. We've got 3 small ion thrusters there, and you will see there are a number of gyroscopes here. They go all the way through to the other side, part of which you can see over here with more gyroscopes, more cargo containers, and the other side thrusters. And you will see when we come back over here we have the jump drive. So we've got a jump drive in here because this ship moves so slowly, particularly when it's loaded up with ore, that traveling back using just ion thrusters would be an absolute nightmare. It would probably run into the base way before it'll break and stop. So we've got a large nuclear reactor in here. I don't think this ship really needs a large nuclear reactor, but I thought it looked nice, so I plonked that in. You can see more of the cargo containers being used as a conduit for transferring things. Now here are our braking thrusters. It's obviously quite difficult to place them on here without it jutting out. So what I had to do was clear a bunch of space and measure out its damage range and put nothing there. This is just about perfect. If I was to fire these up full pelt, they would not hit this glass here. Put glass here so you can look out and see them coming right at you if you really wanted to. Now we've got, coming to the rear of the ship, we've got our forward thruster, which is a large thruster compared to the braking thrusters, which are the small ones. So we've got a lot of braking thrusters, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. The reason I didn't use the large one there is because that requires a lot more clearance than these small ones. And I've just stuck an antenna on the end there so I can find it when we need. I'm also got a screen here which shows you how much of each of the ores has been collected, and the connector for it is just on the side. So it just connects there. Here is our stone ejector system. So all of these are out here just to eject the stone that we might not want to keep. And that's all wired into the control system as well. One more thing I want to show you before we go inside is out here. That's our ore detector. So we've got a large grid ore detector as well. So this thing is pretty much ready to go out there, detect ore, and mine a ton of it. So let's go back inside. And here we have an automatic door. And that's a sensor that detects me. And this is an automatic airlock as well. So it's open. I go back inside. That closes. It's pressurizing the room. And it lets me in. So we've got two. Oh, this is the old-fashioned. This was put together before the programmable blocks could start themselves. We won't need this timer block anymore. This timer block starts up both of these programmable blocks, and we've got two scripts in here. The first one is the automatic airlock script, and the second one is the automatic LCD2 script. And the same screen that's outside you can see in here as well, showing you everything that's in there. And I can give you an internal tour. Here's a med bay in case for whatever reason I die out there and I need to respawn. I can respawn right in the ship. Oh, sorry, I didn't need to go outside just now. So here's our large nuclear reactor, and that's our vent for filling this space up with O2. I can take my helmet off so you can see it's fully breathable. Actually build a little set of stairs to come up here. Oh, I can just walk around. I don't need to have my jetpack on. So this section is just all glass, and that's our jump drive, and here's our oxygen generator. So the jump drive is fully charged. So that's the ship. And we've got a flight seat here that we can use to fly around. So let us take this ship off and go mine something. The sounds that this ship makes are just astounding. Now we've got a number of gyroscopes, but you can see it's still pretty slow in moving around. And I can move. That's the thrusters kicking in. Picks up speed relatively quickly, but it's not the fastest. Before we jump, let me just show you all of the bits and pieces we have. To activate the drill, we've got in toolbar number 1. So if I want to click drill or mine out large areas using left and right click, that's the weapon in the slot 1 that we've got here. We've got the ejectors, so I can switch them on, and they're currently on. Let me switch them off. So I can eject all the stone. The large ion thrusters for the forward, I've got increased thrust override and decreased thrust override. So basically, I get up to an asteroid, I switch on the drills and increase the thrust override until it is just barely getting through the rock. I will demonstrate this as we go. The gyroscopes, so I can switch them off when the thing is mining so that it doesn't scrape against the sides of the asteroid as much. And finally, we've got the jump drive. So, and let us jump. It's about 12 kilometers away. It'll get us almost all the way there. And let's go. We've hit the rock, so what we do now is we switch on the drills, we switch off our gyroscopes so our ship doesn't move around. And then we enable the thrust override just a little bit so it can move forward. And you can see at the bottom of our screen that the weight of our ship is increasing. And if I go into inventory, you can see that nickel is getting mined. Or even better, if I just reposition this here and move forward a little bit, can't see. You can't really see that very clearly here just now, but I don't have to be in the pilot seat. Although it just bounced out. Oh, there we go. Now you can see. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there we go. Got 1.1 million nickel. 1.4 million now already picked up. You can see how quickly it picks that stuff up, which is just amazing. It didn't take very long. It's just real time. And you can see it's made its way through just a part of that. And like I said, I've never really had to dig through the entire thing before. It's already picked up 1.4 million. How much more do you need? But it's fine. I let it go through. So I'm just going to switch off the thrust override, switch the gyroscopes back on, switch off the drills, and I'm just going to reverse out of there carefully and slowly. And there are a few taps around it, which is fine because I put heavy armor all the way around it. So because I knew that it would get bounced around a bit. And you can see we'll go out and have a quick look at how much we dug out in those basically just a few seconds. So in those few seconds, this is how much nickel it dug out. You can see that's a pretty massive chunk that we've taken out. And I can tell you how much it was just by, oops, these faster jetpacks. How much it was just by coming over here. And it's got 5.9 million nickel. So fast. So you can see why this is a great ship to have around. And I just do a couple of trips to pick up the materials I needed. I don't have to worry about it for a long while afterwards. A couple more things that I can show you. I will activate my forward thrusters so we pick up some momentum, so that when the reverse thrusters come on, we can watch it from the little window that we have next to our large nuclear reactor. See, it picks up speed. It just takes a little while, and it takes a while to slow down as well. Okay, so I'm out here. Let's just go up here, and you can see the thruster is just blasting away, but you're safe behind this piece of glass. Nice, huh? One final thing I want to show you is switching on the ejectors. There you go. You can see chunks of stone just getting thrown out. It is fairly quick how much it can throw out. There you go. Let's have a look here. It doesn't throw them out as quickly as you can mine it, clearly, but it is throwing them out. Look at that, that's a lot of stone. Move. there you go. So that is my large mining ship, which I call Big Bertha. I hope you enjoyed the tour of that ship, and I'll see you again soon.